right, class. I'm here with a couple students. We're going to show how to take the quiz. So this was the quiz that some people did well on, some people did poorly on. I'm just looking at one version of the quiz. I'm looking at the group that is 60 to 69 years old, that are US born men and women, that are black, white, and Asian. So what I've done is I've already done my filter, 60 to 69-year-olds, born in the US, Asian, black, and white. Should have 2,015 people in my sample. So the first question on the quiz is to construct a contingency table and standardized stack bar chart that assesses whether bachelor's binary is associated with race. And I guess I didn't go through the process of doing the variable, but if you need help doing the variable, please let me know. So to do a contingency table, we're looking at two variables.
Friday morning.
We're looking at bachelor's binary, and we're looking at race. That's what we're trying to see. We're trying to see if bachelor's binary is associated with race. Whenever I ask this question, you should be able to identify which one is the response, which one is the explanatory. We're going to be looking to see if there's differences in race, in the obtainment of a bachelor's degree by race. So race is our explanatory variable. Bachelor's binary is my response variable. So when I go to make a contingency table, in the row is always my explanatory variable, and the column is always going to be my response variable. When I make a contingency table, I select row percent. I do never select relative frequency on a contingency table. So when I generate this, I get my data here, and we can basically see there is quite a bit of a difference. 64% for Asian, 54% for white, 24% for black. There's definitely an association that we're seeing here. It looks like it's going to be strong enough to say that it holds up to uncertainty. We also need to construct a bar chart. So when we construct a bar chart, the variable will always be the column variable. It is the response variable. So this will be education, bachelor's binary, and group by is my explanatory variable. I like to stack them, relative frequency, and flip the coordinates. This creates something that looks very similar to the output here. If I look at this, it's 24% black has at least a BA. If I come over here to black and I go over and hover over this, 24% of blacks have at least a BA. So here I see as many rows as I have in my contingency table. I should see that many groupings for my bar chart. So that's how we do question one. And then just write up what you notice here. Definitely an association. Asians and whites are pretty similar in their obtainment of a BA, and black is at about half the rate of white and Asian. Now, we are now on to question three. This is a 3-variable analysis. We're just going to be adding one variable to the analysis. We're going to be adding sex to the analysis. So what we do here is we go back to our contingency table. We're going to make our contingency table the exact same way we made it before. Race as the row, column as education, and we're just going to add in our second explanatory variable of sex. We still keep row percentages and regenerate. Once we get this, we get all of our data that we need. So what we're going to do is we're going to take screenshots of this because we're going to focus on what percent got at least a BA. We're looking at what percent of white females got at least a BA, black females, Asian females, white males, black males, Asian males. So here we come over to here. So I've already done this for us. I'll kind of show what to do. Let me move this out of the way so we don't get lost with this. So I have my initial data here, and I'm going to put in the rows to be the rows that I have here. And then for my two columns of my table, I'm going to put in the group by, the female and the male. And then I'm going to enter in. So here's 51.4% of white females have a, so this group here, this title for this table is actually, this is the percent with at least a BA, right? For these 60 to 69-year-olds. So I'm just typing in this number, 51.4, 29.7, 66.3, I type them in here. Then I type it in for males, 57, 17, 61. Notice I'm not taking care, I don't even care about the less than a BA. I'm only caring about at least a BA. Because that's how you condense the information. You have to get rid of some of the information and focus on just the relative information that's important. So what I do now is once I highlight the data table, I go to Insert and I go to Chart, and it should generate the chart for me automatically. Really nice. Title's not in the right spot, but I can move that around and put that in the right spot. And the only thing I kind of like you to do, just so it's easier for you to talk about it, is go to Customize, Series, and go to Add Data Labels. It makes it a little easier to have the conversation. So then from here, I hope that you can say something that makes sense about what's going on here. Obviously, don't just repeat the digits to me. I'm hopefully looking at trends here. The trend that we noticed is it looked like females were more likely than males to have at least a BA. That was true for black, and that was true for Asian. It ends up not being true for white. So in this particular demographic, this is 60 to 69-year-olds, we do see that what holds true for two of our races doesn't hold true for the third race, that's white. We also see that there are quite a bit of differences between the races, where we see that Asians are both males and females over 60%, white males and females are in the 50%, and black males and females are in the teens and the high 20s, almost 30 and 17%. We see a very big discrepancy between males and females that are black. To go from 17 to 29 is almost it's not a twofold increase, but it's a pretty big relative change to go from black males to black females. These percentages are not that much different for Asians. They're both like really within close range of one another. Same is true for the whites. Although the main thing to notice here, I think, is for these two big groups, there's a flip-flop where here females are more likely than males in the Asian race, and for white race, the males are more likely than females to have a degree. All right, that is the quiz. Hopefully that helps you guys.